how's your hamstring?
Could Howie Roseman be planning the biggest surprise ever? Dallas still stinks. Yo, but the way Kate Dingbat here, and it looks like my biggest fears may be coming true if we're to believe everything we're hearing about right now. And it looks like, from everything everybody's saying, that the Eagles are going to go wide receiver in the first round. Wide receiver in the first round. Let that sink in. And I got to tell you right now, this concerns me so bad for multiple reasons. But I have to face the reality. I have to talk about this reality. I hope it doesn't happen. However, it looks like the way things are trending, everybody's got the Eagles taking a receiver. Maybe because they expect A.J. Brown to be gone, and that's the way it's going to be. But I hate it. I hate it. Now, you're saying, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, 500? I'm just going to jump right into this today, okay? Because I'm a little bit worried. But here you go. The Eagles could be aggressive in trading for wide receiver in the draft per Reid. Okay? So the Eagles could be looking to trade for wide receivers. Then we get these reports. Rumors. Eagles are aggressive trade for wide receiver in the draft. Jordyn Tyson is the player to watch, as he could still be on the board in the 17 to 20 range. Howie Roseman is notorious for drafting replacements for veterans in a year in advance. And then you have, and if rumors, the Eagles are expected to trade up for a wide receiver in the first round. So we've gone from maybe the Eagles will take a wide receiver to the Eagles probably going to take a receiver at 23 to, the Eagles are going to trade up for a wide receiver in the first round. I hate this. I absolutely hate this. And here's why. The Eagles, if you look at their history, and this is really one of the only reasons, if you look at the history of the Eagles with Howie Roseman, when the Eagles draft for need, they have struggled. When they've gone for, we need an offensive lineman, they take Danny Watkins. When they need a wide receiver with speed, they want a speed wide receiver, so they take Jalen Reagor. When they have done these kind of things, it has backfired on the Eagles big times. So, excuse me for getting a little bit nervous when we're talking about going this route again, when it's worked so well to just take the best player available. And if it's at a need, like I would say the year they took Quinyon Mitchell, so be it. It just fell that way. But this could be risky. Now let me say this about Jordyn Tyson, because a lot of people have Jordyn Tyson going to the Eagles. I think out of all the receivers I've watched, and I've said this, maybe besides Carnell Tate, I take Jordyn Tyson in a second. I actually like him over guys like Omar Cooper. From a skill set perspective, from a talent perspective, I think he's explosive. I think he could play at the next level. And I could understand why the Eagles would want to take a guy like that. However, as I said, his hamstring is like a Texas barbecue. The meat falls right off the bone. And that really, really scares me. Are you really going to take a wide receiver with the injury history that Jordyn Tyson has in round one? I don't even think he's going round one. I only think Carnell Tate is going in round one, or should be maybe the only receiver worth the first round pick, in my opinion. Now, I don't dislike a lot of guys. I don't dislike Omar Cooper. I have no problem with him. Boston, I have no problem with Lemon. I don't have problems with these guys, but I don't trust that any of them are going to be the best player on available. Okay, and I don't like taking chances with the draft or with my prize picks. Let me first start off by saying thank you to Prize Picks for sponsoring this video. Prize Picks is America's #1 sports picks app. The app is really easy to use. Just pick more or less on a few players and you could build the ultimate lineup. It is legal in states like California. Now here's what I got for my lineup today. Okay, I wanted to do a little bit of a future bet. So this is what I'm doing, and I love this. All right, so I took Devontae Smith because I think he has a big year. I took more than 5.5 touchdowns receiving this year. I think Devontae Smith going to have a monster year. Then I also took Zach Bond to have over 2.5 sacks. I think Zach Bond will have 4 or 5 this year. I think you're going to see him get to the quarterback more. I took the over. Also, I took the over with Kenneth Walker and 7.5 rushing touchdowns. The Kansas City Chiefs signed him. They are going to use him, no doubt about it. So head over to Prize Picks and use code HMA, and when you do, they'll hook you up. Play $5, get $50 instantly. That's right, $50 instantly. Just use promo code HMA. Shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring this video. Look, I gotta say, I have a hard time believing this right now. I really do. I don't believe the Eagles are going to take a receiver in round 1. Even if they're willing to trade A.J. Brown, I'm not sure that they're going to go ahead and draft a receiver because it hasn't been with the formula that they've been doing. It's not the formula that has been working. Are you going to tell me that Jordyn Tyson is better than possibly Vega, some of the best interior offensive linemen in the draft? I just don't know about that. I can see taking a receiver 2nd round, 3rd round. That fine makes sense to me. But in round 1, that freaks me out, man. I don't know. If they do it, first off, if they do this and they do take a receiver for round 1, yeah, A.J. Brown's gone. They're not going to keep him. I'd be surprised. I mean, I hope they still would, but I would be surprised. Now, like Jordyn Tyson, look, if he can stay healthy, I think he's good. I think he could be a star. There's no question about it. I think he's explosive. And if you told me, all right, look, you're going to get Jordyn Tyson, and he's going to be healthy, relatively healthy for the next 5-6 years, I would do it. I would have no problem because I do think that kid can play in this league and be really, really good. But I do worry about his injuries. And I'm hoping that because of the injury concerns, that nobody else takes a chance and he does end up in the 2nd or 3rd round. Where if the Eagles take him at that point, I think, hey, that's a pretty damn good pick. The Eagles also, they had a pre-draft meeting with Ole Miss wide receiver Dejon Striblings. I don't know much about him. Has a pre-draft meeting with the Eagles according to Fowler. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. He's 6'2", 207 pounds, and he ran a 4.36. So he's fast. All right, he's fast. I will say this: you get Jordyn Tyson, you get a guy 4.36 to go opposite of Devontae Smith. That's not the worst thing in the world. No question about it. Now, in closing, one other thing I want to talk about. Did you guys see this? The Justice, and this was Yahoo Sports, the Justice Department has opened an investigation into the NFL accusing the league of engaging in anti-competitive tactics that have harmed consumers. And I think what they're talking about specifically, I believe, is it has to do with all these different streaming services that the NFL is making us sign up for, right? You got to go sign up for Peacock. You got to go sign up for Paramount. You got to go sign up for NBC Sports. You've got to sign up for all these things to just watch football. And the question is then you got to get the Reds, you got to get the ticket. It's just a ridiculous amount of money. It really is. So we'll see what they say there. It says Senator Mike Lee wrote a letter to the Department of Justice and Federal Trade Commission that NFL fans would have to spend $1,000 to watch every game last season through cable and streaming subscriptions. That's about right. He's exactly about right. That's about what I paid last year. So let's hope the NFL can fix that. We'll see. With that said, you guys take care. I will talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. And remember, it's Howie Vision. We all need it, and we're all living in it. Peace. I gotta say, I still think that the smart thing and the smart play for the Eagles is try to get an edge rusher before the draft, a premier edge rusher, Garrett, Crosby, make a move in that regard. And then secondly, go out and spend that first round pick on the offensive line. It's important that this offensive line is ready to go this year. And I think you need to add young talent back into that mix at line and depth at that line. And I hope that's what they do. Denzel Washington, out. That's all, folks.
The brother screwed us.